Hello and welcome to LEGO Accuracy, where I see how accurate LEGO sets are to what they are based on. This time I am seeing how accurate the sets based off of the Dark Knight trilogy are to the movie. Here is the scoring system I use to see how accurate something is. The descriptions aren't perfect for each score, but it is here just to give an outline of how I score each thing. First, I will not be counting the Tumbler Joker's Ice Cream Surprise set from 2008 because even though it is somewhat inspired by the Dark Knight, it is not 100% based on it. The Batman minifigure and the Tumbler are kind of based on it, but the Joker minifigure and the ice cream truck aren't at all. It wouldn't be fair to cover this set because it is not an official Dark Knight set. The first set is the Comic-Con 2011 Batman minifigure, which is based on the Dark Knight suit. The printing details on the torso look pretty accurate, but the actual suit is mostly black, and this figure has lighter details to highlight the printing, which isn't completely accurate. It also could have benefited from leg printing, and the completely white eyes are also inaccurate, but there was a part in the Dark Knight movie where he has white eyes, but I don't think that this figure has white eyes because of that scene. I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 3 out of 5. The second set is the Bat vs. Bane Tumbler Chase set from 2013 based on The Dark Knight Rises. The first minifigure is Batman based on the same suit, and the printing details look to be the exact same as the previous figure, but the colors are different. It also could have used leg printing, and it has the same problem with the white eyes. This also has the newer longer ear cowl, which does look a little more accurate, but this version is all gray, which I think is less accurate than the Comic-Con figure. So I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 2.5 out of 5. The second minifigure in this set is Bane, and I think it looks pretty accurate. The printing on the torso and face look very accurate, and he even has the one glove. He could have gotten leg printing, but I don't think it was that necessary, and maybe a new piece for his mask instead of it being printed, but I think it works like this just fine. There are some minor problems like a few color inaccuracies, but this is pretty close. I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 4 out of 5. The third minifigure in this set is Commissioner Gordon, and he is wearing a SWAT uniform, which he did wear in The Dark Knight, but not The Dark Knight Rises, which this set is based on, and the SWAT outfit doesn't look quite like this. The hairpiece isn't perfect, but it's fine, and the face print is really accurate. I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 2.5 out of 5. The first build is the Bat, and this build has a lot of accuracy problems. The general shape is kind of there, but it isn't perfect. The set has a lot more blue than it did in the movie, and it looks too small. There was also no bat symbol on the front in the movie. I give this build an accuracy score of 2.5 out of 5. The second build is Bane's Tumbler, and this also has a lot of inaccuracies. The general shape and colors are right, but again, it looks too small. And all of those Bane stickers are very inaccurate. The shooting play feature is kind of like something it can do in the movie, but not exactly. It has similar inaccuracies to the Bat, so I give this an accuracy score of 2.5 out of 5. So overall, the average of the whole set gets an accuracy score of 3 out of 5. The third set is the Batman Tumbler Polybag from 2014. The only build is the Tumbler at this very small scale, and I think for the size, it does a decent job at representing the Tumbler. Of course, it can't get too many details for being so small, but I think it is good enough. For this scale, I give it an accuracy score of 4 out of 5. The fourth set is the Big Tumbler from 2014. The first minifigure is Batman, and this is actually based on the suit from Batman Begins. The suit and minifigure are more simple. The printing on the torso looks good, and it's actually all black, unlike the previous Batman figures. It could have had leg and arm printing, but it really wasn't needed. And this also has the problem with the white eyes, and it doesn't have the excuse the other Batman figures had. I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 4.5 out of 5. The second minifigure is the Joker, and this is a fantastic minifigure. The printing all around is great and accurate, and pulls off that makeup look really well. There are only very minor problems, like the blue gloves, which I can't really tell if they are like that in the movie. And the hairpiece is fine, but the color is a little too bright. But in my opinion, there isn't enough wrong for me to take off, so I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 5 out of 5. The build is the Tumbler at this bigger scale and can have a lot more details. The whole build looks very accurate with all of that shaping. There are some gold pieces that are really not that gold on the actual vehicle, but overall there really isn't much wrong with it. I give it an accuracy score of 4.5 out of 5, mainly because of the newer version that is a little more accurate than this one. There is also the stand build, which I'm not going to count because it isn't supposed to be accurate to anything actually in the movie. So overall, the average of the whole set gets an accuracy score of 4.5 out of 5. The next set is the Batpod, which was a prize for something in 2015. The only build is the Batpod, and it is also at a bigger scale. I think there isn't really anything inaccurate about the build. I think with all the pieces it has, it looks really accurate, so I give this build an accuracy score of 5 out of 5. The next set is the Batmobile Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown from 2021. The first minifigure is Batman, which is based on the Batman Begins suit, and this figure is very similar to the 2014 figure. The printing is only a little different. It has no arm or leg printing and the same white eyes problem. This version also includes a head to show Crane's Nightmare Batman, but the overall figure is so similar I can't give it a different score, so I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 4.5 out of 5. The second minifigure is Scarecrow, and Jonathan Crane wears a few different suits in the movie, but the one in this set with the blue tie seems to be from the scene where he takes Rachel and the fear toxin gets used on him. It is very hard to see in the movie, but from what I can tell it seems accurate. The printing for the mask looks good, but some people think it would have been better as a separate piece, but I think it's fine like this. I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 4.5 out of 5. The build is the Tumbler at minifigure scale. It can't have as much detail as the bigger tumblers, but this one is better at scale than Bane's Tumbler from 2013. It also has those gold details like the other tumblers, and the tires are the right size but don't look exactly right in shape. I give this build an accuracy score of 4 out of 5. So overall, the average of the whole set gets an accuracy score of about 4.5 out of 5. The seventh and last set is the Batmobile Tumbler from 2021 at this bigger scale. The first minifigure is Batman based on the Dark Knight suit, and this is the best version of this figure. It is finally done in all black and has leg printing. The printing details on the torso and legs are fantastic and really accurate. It could have had arm printing, but this is really good. Again, it has the white eyes, but like I have said, there was a scene in The Dark Knight with white eyes. I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 5 out of 5. The second minifigure is Joker, and this is the version without his coat and gloves. This figure is as good as the previous version, with fantastic printing even on the arms. If I really had to complain about something, I could say that the colors are more vibrant than in the movie, but I don't really see that as a problem. So I give this minifigure an accuracy score of 5 out of 5. The build for the Tumbler is very similar to the 2014 set, but I think this one is a little better. The front part looks more accurate than the previous version, and all of the details are just done a little better. So I give this build an accuracy score of 5 out of 5. So overall, the average of the whole set gets an accuracy score of 5 out of 5. The most accurate minifigures overall are tied between both Jokers and the most recent Dark Knight Batman with a 5 out of 5. The least accurate minifigures are tied between the Dark Knight Batman minifigure from 2013 and Commissioner Gordon with a 2.5 out of 5. The most accurate builds are tied between the Batpod and the most recent Big Tumbler with a 5 out of 5. The least accurate builds are the Bat and Bane's Tumbler with a 2.5 out of 5. The most accurate set is the 2021 Big Tumbler with a 5 out of 5, and the least accurate set is the Bat vs. Bane Tumbler Chase with a 3 out of 5 overall. So overall, the average of all these sets gets an accuracy score of 4 out of 5. So that is how accurate the Dark Knight Trilogy sets are to the movies. The scores may not be perfect, but I tried my best, and I can't wait to see if there are more sets in the future. But anyway, that's all I have to say. See you next time, goodbye.